Welcome back to another Mods of the Month. I am so sorry I missed last month, but your boy was having some severe PC issues. Anyway, on to the mods. Welcome to Xans Bar MX, a beautiful motocross track tucked back in the woods. This is one of the best looking tracks I've seen in MX bikes in a very long time. But that is no surprise to me because this track was created by Mr. feulatracks, who always has amazing visuals. This track doesn't just look good though, it rides extremely good. Everything from the jump sizes to the ruts to the rollers, everything just feels primo. It's challenging enough where you won't get bored on it, but it's not so difficult that newer players won't struggle too much and they'll enjoy the challenge. I highly suggest picking this bad boy up. Alpinestar is known for putting out some of the cleanest gear in all of motocross, and lucky for us, Neon has dropped a whole pack of 2024 gear. This gear pack comes with a ton of different colorways to choose from. Neon is a bit newer to making gear in the game, but man, he has been killing it lately. Personally, I am in love with this blue set as well as this absolutely fire white set that I don't think I'll be taking off for quite a long time. If you know Docky Walkie, you know Docky Walkie's a big fan of the fasthouse gear. So when I saw this Spirit Husky repping the fasthouse gear logo, you already know I had to pick her up. Even without the fasthouse gear though, I think this white and red color scheme on the Husky actually barks quite hard. I shan't lie. I also appreciate Crossweave's attention to detail here when it comes to things like the shock linkage, the skid plate. Oh, it's just amazing. Key setup that I released in this video, and you'll be at the top of those forest lobbies in no time, my little duckling. When I saw that Husky with the Fasthouse logo, it got me thinking, I wonder if there's a 2024 Fasthouse pack out yet. Well, lucky for me, you little duckling, LMC has dropped a full 2024 set for us. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty similar to the 2023 stuff that Fasthouse already dropped, but it has some updates that I think actually make a pretty big difference. Personally, I like this camo type set as well as this black and white and red set. Really do be tickling me fancy, I shan't lie with you. Not in my wildest dreams did I ever think I'd be riding a 1978 XR75 in MX bikes. But here we are. Honestly though, this thing actually munches virtual dirt bike course. It is extremely fast for being a 75, not realistic at all, but it does bark. The suspension and center of gravity feel very, very, very good. This would be a really fun bike to do some viewer races on, or maybe little elimination races or something like that on stream. It obviously looks extremely goofy because, back in the 70s, things were just goofy. And that's just the way that it is. Also, the rider is like a whole man, and the bike is like for a small man, or maybe like a halfling from Lord of the Rings, something like that. But that's part of the charm if you ask Dog. For those of you that have friends, get them together and download this and go rip a server up. I don't think you'll regret it. It's pretty enjoyable. Petch195 is no stranger to this list, and man, has he killed it yet again. These MXGP of LOMBOX winners kits as well as these Millville winners kits are just crazy. I like the greener tones that come with the MXGP pack. The green color palette doesn't seem to be used very much in bikes, so it's cool to see that. And it's also really cool to see some TLD gear as well as some Just One gear in the game. Both of those are gear brands I feel like are severely underused in the game. This A-Stars kit he made for Jet is honestly one of the cleanest gear sets I have ever seen. Alpinestar absolutely killed it with this one, and I'm in love. The purple and red mixed with the flow is just so clean. It's just so good. He also did Hunter's kit, which is a different mix of purple and red, and I like that one a lot too. I can't lie with you. Do you run the 2022 A-Star SM10 model with the 100% goggles, but you wish you could run Oakleys on it? Well, now you can with this goggle pack by Mr. Maverick. Always nice to be able to switch up goggles, and now you can without having to change that spicy helmet model. We finally have a new updated version of Mammoth and MX bikes. This track creator Steezy has really been carrying the game for the newer, intermediate, or just casual player. He's been releasing a ton of tracks for free recently. Mammoth is one of the most iconic motocross tracks that I can think of, and it's quite a large W to have it in MX bikes. The track flows really, really well. The ruts are great. The elevation's really cool. It's just unique and awesome, and it fits bikes of all sizes, which is kind of rare in the game, to be honest. If you don't have it already, I highly suggest picking it up, and thank you Steezy for doing all that you do for the game. Y'all remember when Ken Roxanne almost rode a bike with electric start instead of evolving into Kickstart Kenny? Well, now you can cherish that memory by downloading this Ken Roxanne Kawasaki by Frosty122. This thing is actually super sick, and the attention to detail is immaculate. I highly suggest picking this bad boy up because it's a nice, unique Kawasaki skin that I think you will enjoy quite much. Wait, quite a lot? I don't know. Anyway, When the original Ohio dropped, there was something about it I just didn't vibe with. However, on this new remastered version by Jonesy, whatever that thing was is absolutely gone. This track absolutely barks, and I know it's in Ohio, and I know you're thinking, but Doc, it's in Ohio, what could possibly come out of Ohio that is good? Well, first of all, this track, and second of all, Jeff Walker. I think he's from Ohio, right? I don't know. Anyway, this track is absolutely worth picking up, and it is going to go into my regular rotation for the streams as well. The boy Fati Matty absolutely killed it with this 50th anniversary kit for the Yamaha 450. With this skin, you can absolutely destroy any Farm 14 lobby that comes your way. You may even be able to transform yourself into Himothy. Like Deegan did at Washougal, you can absolutely gap the field and go 1-1. Results may vary. I'm going to keep it a large stack of pankuklis with you. The only reason I can think of that I haven't heard of this track has to be the thumbnail in MXGP mods. It doesn't really show off quite how good this track is, but other than that, I cannot think of another reason people aren't playing this track. This is Glen Echo by Superjoint, and this track absolutely munches. It even has a 1v1 turn track that will allow you to settle those debates that you have with your friends about who's better at the game. And boy, am I grateful for this turn track, because now when you get into a little dispute with your buddy, I don't have to be the mediator and tell you if a 111 is good on force with only 300 hours. Now you can just 1v1 your buddy. Doc is an absolute sucker for sidi boots. Back in the day when I was riding, sidi boots were hands down the most comfortable thing I had ever put on my toesticles. I cannot lie with you. So when I see a solid set pop up in bikes, you already know I'm picking them bad boys up. And then especially when I see that they were created by Petch195, I'm all over them things like cheesecake, hotcakes, I don't know. Anyway, there's like 25 colorways in this pack, so you will have plenty of colors to pick from. Okay, moving on to this track called Scrub Dirty by King MX818, and this is a track I didn't really ride until my 10,000 subscriber stream. And man, I gotta say, Mr. King MX818 doesn't miss. This track is just as flowy and just as fun as any other track he's ever made, so if you're a fan of Scrub and Dirt, Flow Villa, or that one track that has you fighting for your life in the depths of Mordor, you'll love the Scrub Dirty track. Camouflage is sick, that's all I gotta say. I guess Turbo agreed and made these two camo paints for the A-Stars SM10. You should go pick them up and you should run them. Camo, don't let your head be seen, you know what I mean? Hemonds MX is a tight, technical track that is perfect for the person looking for a little bit more of a challenge after riding club for 150 hours. It's not rough, but the elevation and tight, twisty turns certainly offer a unique challenge for any and all players. I think my favorite thing about this track is just how much line choice there is, as well as the way he built the ruts. They're huge and they hold you really well, so you can absolutely munch through them. Adrift Jonesy over there on Twitch has been putting in a lot of work as a creator and doing a lot for the community. He's had some pretty solid growth recently, and he wanted to say thank you, so he dropped this Adrift special edition bike for the community to run. Definitely check out his Twitch channel as well as the skin. You can find both those links down below in the description. Oh, and shout out to Fati Matty for putting out another banger of a bike. Listen, Doc is always a fan of the more factory style bikes, but man, this Slice Honda really got my attention. This was created by Smithy73, and there's just something about the extra long Honda logo that just works so good, man. I don't really know. Let me know down in the comments if you guys like it or what you guys think. Oh yeah, it also comes in a public version, so if you don't like the numbers, don't worry about that one. Anyway, that's all the mods of the month for the month of July. If you guys need a friend or you need someone to talk to, please let me know. The world is a terrible place, and if you just need a buddy, I would love to be that buddy for you. And thank you for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day.